Okay, we are going to I always feel a little slower on my trying to get everything going. Anyway, here I am. All right, guys, welcome to Strengthen and Lengthen. I got a good workout plan for you. I think we're gonna do a similar. If you were here last Friday, we're gonna do a format similar to what we did last Friday. So we have more exercises and we're just doing 2 rounds. So let's go ahead and come to a standing position and just give a little bit of movement here, maybe kind of rotating from side to side. And then we'll pick up our knees. If you want to, you can tap opposite hand to the opposite thigh. And happy Friday. I don't think I introduced myself. I'm Angie. I always forget that part. So welcome wherever you're tuning into from. And then let's go ahead and reach behind. You want to opposite hand to opposite foot. Just getting the body warmed up. And then let's go ahead and bring our feet down and just find a baby squat. So you're gonna drop your hips back. I always like to incorporate some squats in our workout. So we will start with a wide squat for our first exercise. And we have 3 exercises where you would potentially bring in weights today. Got a lot of core exercise as well. Bring that into the mix. And we'll go through our 8 exercises. Let's go ahead and pick up a knee. We'll go through our 8 exercises. We'll take just a little break at the end. Maybe grab some water, catch your breath. And then we'll go through it again. And on the second time, if you want to add more intensity, now that you'll know the exercises, that's a great time to do it. All right, let's go ahead and march it out. Find a pretty big march here. Start to sink it down and find a little bit more vigor in your march as I set the timer. And if you want to go ahead and grab hold of your weights for our first exercise, you can go ahead and do so. For our plie squat. So that's coming up in 5. So we'll take the feet nice and wide. You'll come down into a plie squat. Remember, the weights are optional. You want to add some movement with the weights. I'm choosing a lateral raise today, focusing on the shoulders. So you can bring the arms straight out to the side. And at any point, if that gets to be too much, you're just going to shorten your lever, shorten the arm, bend at the elbows. All right, so we got 10 more seconds. There's going to be a little bit of up and down on this circuit, so that'll get our heart rate up as well. Let's go ahead, take the weights down. We're coming into a slow burpee, so I'm going to demonstrate. You're going to come down. I have my socks on so I can slide back and then come forward. All right, let's begin. Hands to the floor, slide back or jump back, and then lift up. You're feeling a lot of energy today. Feel free to add a little jump. And if you're not feeling it this morning, you can go ahead and just tap the floor. So if it's too much, come into a deep squat. Try and get as low as you can. We have 20 seconds. Kind of fun with socks on the hard way. You can slide back and forth. All right, 4 more seconds. Might as well stay down there because we're going into push-ups. So get yourself ready. 4 seconds. Knee push-ups are the first option. As always, hands go wide. We come on down. I said first option, really wall is probably our first option. So taking care of your wrists and your shoulders. Since we're here for a little bit longer, I'm gonna start on my knees, warm up the chest and the shoulders. And then we've got 15 more seconds. So if you wanna go ahead and join me and lift your knees. 10 more seconds for those full push-ups. We could also focus on holding at the top and lowering down, dropping to the knees and then press back. So that's a way to get stronger. That's it. Roll over to your back, please. Coming up into bicycle soon. All right, press the low back gently to the floor, tuck in the tummy or pull the tummy in. And then we're gonna start by just extending through the legs. First option is to keep the head on the floor. Try to keep your hips level so they're not rocking from side to side. Next opportunity is to go ahead and lift the head. Look towards your feet. And if you want to add the final option, you'll take your opposite elbow towards your opposite thigh. Try to keep your hips from rocking here. We got 10 more seconds. So you're really thinking connection through the back of the ribs and through the hips. 2 and 1. Slowly draw the knees into the chest. And we're gonna pop back up for alternating lunges and with or without weights. Here we go. So that's a little bit of I'm gonna do a step back lunge, a quick transition. And our next exercise 2 will be back on the floor, and then the last 3 will be on the floor. So you have this kind of up and down from our 4th to our 5th, and then back down to the floor for our 6th. All right, we got, excuse me, 16 more seconds. Stepping back, going as low as you can go. And finding a good speed so you're not rushing, but you have good form. All right, that's it. Coming down to the floor for planks. If you need to, modified plank, hands on the floor, too much on the wrists, come to forearms, or come on up. And we're pulling the belly upward. And next option, see if you can touch your knee to your forearm. Again, we want to keep the hips level, just like we did when we were doing our bicycles. We're not rocking from side to side. Sorry for my deep breathing today. 15 seconds. All right, 10 more. Almost there, everybody. Then we get to flop to our belly. No, we're not gonna flop. We're gonna control the movement, right? Go ahead and lower down slowly. All right, next exercise is swimmers. Pressing down through the feet. First pubic bone comes down, we lift the chest. You can start here by just drawing the arms out to the side, or take the feet up and you start to imagine kind of like you're just doing a little bit of a swimming movement. Kind of a flutter, really. Flutter kicks. So I've got my hands in kind of a cactus arm position. If you're feeling good, you can bring your arms out and you just move, flutter, kick the legs and the arms. We've got 10 more seconds. Working those spinal muscles, working the glutes, and then we'll finish off with some more backside work as well with bridges. All right, come on up. Over to your back. This is our last exercise. And then we'll take a little bit of a break. Push into your feet, lift your hips, keep your head on the floor, and you're gonna drop your bum up to the floor, press it up. So just little taps. And pressing the hips nice and high. Focus on squeezing the glutes. So pressing through your feet, feel a gentle squeeze of the glutes, and imagine your knees moving forward. 15 more seconds. Okay, let's take these last 7 seconds and hold the hips up. One more. And then go ahead and slowly bring it down. Let's draw the knees to the chest. And then roll yourself over to the side. How was it? How did that feel? Can you add some more intensity on our second round now that you're warmed up? Go take a little bit of water if you need to, and then we'll get started in about 5 seconds. We're starting with our plie squat, so you can go ahead and grab your weights, sorry. Okay, grab my weights. We're starting in 5 seconds, taking the feet nice and wide, and we're coming down. Perhaps you can go a little deeper. Perhaps you can pick up heavier weights, right? Or add weights if you didn't do weights. It's our last time through. So really focus on good form and sticking with it. We want to go to complete fatigue if we can. Got 15 more seconds. Remember, you can bend your elbows if that's getting to be too hard. You could also alternate one at a time. One arm at a time, that is. 5 more seconds. All right, setting your weights down. We've got that slow burpee or squat taps to the floor. Okay, so you can tap and then come up. You can do that fast. And you could also go a little bit quicker if you wanted to focus on this as just an opportunity to get your heart rate up a little bit. If you're feeling really adventuresome, maybe you add a push-up, although we do have push-ups right after this. So your choice on that. Most important thing is to keep moving. Got 10 seconds. How's it feel? Hope you're sweating. All right, that's it. You're down to the floor or to the wall or wherever you're doing those push-ups. Come on down. I'm gonna start on my knees, but I'm gonna offer you another option. So a stagger push-up. One hand in front, the other behind. So you do a push-up and then you switch. Do a push-up and you switch. So if I come here, down, slide the hands. So this could be, I mean, this is harder, but you could find that this might be a lot on your shoulder. If it's too much, just go back to that wide position. Okay, we have 15 more seconds. Maybe I'm gonna go ahead and drop or lift those knees. If you wanna join me, maybe you're already in those full push-ups. 3, 2, and 1. Come up over onto your back, bicycles. Hold tummy in, back to the floor. First option, head down. Knees tapping or knees at a 90. Then extend. Maybe you lift, or maybe you take that opposite. Elbow towards the opposite thigh. Remember, you're connected through the hips and through the ribs. Torso is rotating, but you won't have to really peel off the shoulder a lot. The shoulder, maybe not the lower shoulder blade. Okay, 5 more seconds. Get ready to get up one last time. Here we go. Grab your weights if you're using them for alternating lunges. We'll add a bicep curl this time for those of you that would like. We're stepping back, coming into a lunge, and maybe a bicep hammer curl as you come up. Check to make sure that your knee is pretty much staying over your ankle, so we're not sliding forward. Okay, 17 seconds. You feeling this? 10 seconds. I certainly hope so. 3 more. 2. And go ahead and set your weights down. You won't have to pick them up. again, plank pose. All right, let's add on to what we did. Find your plank, knee to forearm. Now, the next time your right knee is coming to your right forearm, go ahead and pull the thigh up to your armpit, step back. Do the same here, left, pull up, step back. So you're adding that little bit more engagement. Feel the abdominals, squeeze, pull it up. 10 more seconds. These are fun, aren't they? 5 more. All right, coming down onto your belly, our last 2 exercises, swimmers and bridges. Okay, if you would like, instead of doing those swimmers, you could also come up here. Bring your hands back, lift up. Maybe the hands are in cactus, maybe they're overhead, lots of options. You're joining me for the swimmer, small movements, pressing down through the pubic bone. Keep finding that steady breath. We've got 20 more seconds here. Do you feel your backside, so your glutes, the muscles along the spine, right? We want those muscles to be strong and also to have endurance so that they can keep us upright, walking and sitting and all the things that we need to do. 2 more. All right, bring it on down, lift up, and over to your back for our final exercise. Bridge lifts. Feet hip width apart, underneath the knees. Go ahead and lift and lower. Palms gently pressed into the floor. So as you lift, hips up towards the ceiling, just think about a gentle squeeze of your glutes. Okay, let's hold a little bit longer, 20 seconds. Feel free, you can always lift and lower, or join me on holding here. Think of pulling your heels towards your bum, lifting your hips up, breathing into this, working the backside. So those spinal muscles once again, and your glute muscles. 2 more. And you are done. Excellent, guys. Draw your knees into your chest and find a little rock from side to side. Take a big breath in and then let it out the mouth. Let's do that again. Inhale and open the mouth and let it go. Bring your left foot down. We're going to stay on the floor for a moment. Take your right ankle, cross it over, and then press your right thigh away from you. That should feel really good after this workout that we did, and as we ended with glute focus bridges. You can also draw the left thigh towards you. If you choose that option, drawing the left thigh towards you, think about the right thigh moving away from your chest. You can also find a little bit of rocking from side to side. Notice a greater stretch at different points in your right side, your right glute, as you find that rock. And then just extend that right leg straight up, little point and flex. And then switch sides. Left leg comes up, flex the foot, cross it over the right, press out on that thigh. Nice big breath in. And if you like, reaching through, you're hugging the right thigh in towards you, finding that rock. So I'd love to know what you think. Do you like this format? Do you prefer the other one? The other one we were doing about 6 exercises and going 3 times through, spending 5 seconds left in less in the work round. And this one we're able to get in a little bit more core stuff. So love to know which one you prefer, or if you like mixing it up, that's good too. Just give me a little feedback in the chat. Draw the knees into the chest. And let's roll over to our side as we take this last minute to finish up here. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, find a few cat-cow. And then press the floor away. Go ahead and curl the toes And then start to lift the knees. So you're in kind of this hovering plank. Oh no, more planks, right? Lift the knees, take the hips up, find just a brief downward facing dog. Bend the knees, walk the hands in, find a forward fold. Let your spine just dangle, lengthen. Head is heavy. And then roll yourself up one vertebra at a time. As we come to stand, take the arms out to your side, bring the hands behind you, and we'll just take this last moment to open up the chest. That feels good. To draw the elbows away and get some space between our shoulders and move the body in the opposite way from most of us, that most of us spend in a seated position, driving, working over things. All right, take it down, and that is it. Thanks, everybody. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks for being here.